fact of like, if you haven't thrown your box around,
Yeah.
you don't know the full range of the spectrum. Do you get what I'm
you're
saying?
right.
Because if you just go with one guy, you only know that guy, and more than often you will be satisfied because that's all you know.
Oh,
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's like giving.
I don't
How
think
would you
more
how would you
often-
know how would you know what a 9-inch feels like if you've never had a 9-inch? Do you think, you looking at me first, do you think that a lot of modern women these days have like kind of crazy expectations of the guys they're dating? What do you think about that?
So women's standards are definitely going up, or expectations are definitely going up. But I do think when you whittle it down to the core, I just think women just want to be treated like princesses. And I do think that deep down, men want to be able to treat their women like princesses. It's just when you hear a woman saying, I want a man with 6 figures, one man is in that position to do that. So he won't complain and say, oh, you're asking too much. But it's the man that isn't in that position that will then feel like, rah, you're asking for too much.
Do you know what it is that with the unrealistic expectations is a fact of you're asking for the things that only the top 10% of men can provide. And it's unrealistic because, I mean, when you go on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, social media, a lot of these women that are talking about these top 10% expectations are they're mid-table. So really and truly, can you even afford to ask for those things really honestly deep down? No. But a lot of these women, they're pumped up because if enough women say the same thing, everyone's going to join onto the bandwagon.
And I agree with you. Like,
and then,
me
and
personally.
now I'm gonna let you go.
Yep.
And the fact of the matter is, majority of guys, and it's not just money, it's height, it's looks, it's status, it's clout, it's a lot of things like that roll into it. It's not just money, because that's just one. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of broke guys that are 6'4" that are banging a lot of box. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, okay, another common one. Oh, a guy's got to be over 6 foot. The percentage of guys that are over 6 foot is not that high. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm really getting at. It's just that fact of like looking at that top 10%, which I understand that most women, they want to date up. Women don't want to date. Women really don't want to date on the same level as themselves, or definitely not below. Do you get what I'm saying? So they always want to aim up and feel like, oh, okay, he's better than me, so that raises my value because I'm with him. What do you say to that?
Yeah, no, I do hear what you're saying. Women do want to date up because, again, it goes back to the idea of what we've been fed as kids. Do you know what I mean? You're reading stories of a princess who's lying in her bed waiting for her knight in shining armor to come and rescue her, and then they live happily ever after, and you don't even know what the happily ever after looks like, you know? So I just think it just comes back to what we've been fed. Women just want to be treated well, but the way they ask for it can be a problem. So I think for a long time, you have to remember women have been silenced. Do you know what I mean? So you've been talking about women were being courted and all that kind of stuff. You have to remember marriages were arranged as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of people weren't even marrying for love. So a lot of women were probably in relationships that they weren't happy in, weren't sexually satisfied because men, let's be honest, we know that men for a long time weren't going down on women, things like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Excuse me, hold on. Can I ask you something, yeah? If you've had one partner, how would you know what bad sex is?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Wait, where did that come from?
What?
What did that have to do with anything?
Because she said
because the logic behind it is because if you've never really thrown your box
See, now
around.
That question, I'm not gonna lie, it's triggered me already.
I know, I can see it in your eyes.
Because
still.
I'm like, why is the question, how will you know if it's bad sex? Why doesn't the man want to give her the best sex?
That's not what it is. It's not that, oh, we're saying men, or whatever we man gives you, take it. But it's a fact of like, if you haven't thrown your box around, you don't know the full range of the spectrum. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you just go with one guy, you only know that guy, and more than often you will be satisfied because that's all you know.
Oh,
do you get what I'm saying?
It's like giving.
How would you know what a 9-inch feels like if you've never had a 9-inch?
That's not even a thing.
No, you're right.
1 million miles away.
To a
What the
degree,
hell?
yes, you don't know what you're missing if you don't have it. I hear it. But at the same time, okay, so for example, I'm African. I'm from the African community.
So am I.
I know I know a lot of African women that were not happy in their marriages, but stayed because it's what you do.
Because of duty.
Exactly. But now I just feel like women have more of a voice. So how they're using it might be a little bit rough around the edges.
And women have women have more of a voice, and more women are single, and we've got more baby mamas, and more women are actually unhappy.
But at the same time, our men
Amen. What?
Amen.
Go
What?
on.
Are men?
I want to hear this.
I want to hear this.
Go on.
Hey, are men bringing the standard? So I'll speak for myself.
Well,
Okay,
no,
hold
no,
on.
no,
One
no,
voice.
no, 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 no.
Can I speak?
One voice.
Can I
One
just say
voice.
this? Hold on.
I've been a traditional woman, guys.
Are you a
I
virgin?
understand.
I
that.
grew up in the church. The man
Are you
I
a virgin?
married- Listen, the man.
Are you
I-
a virgin?
Hold on.
Simple. You said
Can I
I've-
finish?
No, answer the question.
Oh, is it you asking
Yeah.
me? Wait.
Well, no,
When
no, no,
I
no. it's sim-
married my husband.
Yeah.
He was the first man I ever kissed, slept with, everything. So you want to talk about tradition? I was her.
But if
Yeah.
you're traditional, you still have a husband.
So you stay with a
What?
man if he's not treating you well.
We don't know what's happened so far. You're
Yeah,
just
you don't-
assuming.
yeah.
You're just assuming.
Okay,
You
well,
she hasn't
my
told us a story. You just
situation-
One voice, guys.
My
Go on.
situation ended very badly.
okay.
Yeah, but that's my situation,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna even say too much. But as in abusive, all of that. Yeah.
Now, when
and
it comes-
I gave him all that innocence, virgin. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to be submissive. I was that woman. I grew up in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, long skirts, all of that. And what I got back was horrible. You understand? So now that I'm out of that situation, I'm still traditional on the inside.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I like to be a bit of a bad bee.
Okay,
You know
cool.
what I mean?
So what I'll say in regards to that is I'm really sorry about hearing about your situation. When it
So
comes down to
good.
anything to do with essay or anything like that, or abuse, anything like that, like we just support you and we just say
Sorry,
sorry.
essay.
Yeah, we just support you for that, innit? So just sorry about that. But then coming outside now, it's like you seem happy to be out in the streets. Like
Me?
yeah, because the way you're like, yeah, and I'm outside, I'm a bad bee. I don't know what you think.
No, I said I'm traditional as a woman. Like how if a man comes my way, okay, the way I see it is
Yeah.
not 50-50.
Yeah.
I feel more 70-30. But the other 20% that isn't in that 50, we're saving it kind of thing. So it's almost like the man puts in more, but part of my wages will be to save for a rainy day. So it wouldn't just be I'm using it to get my nails done and all that. I'm quite responsible as a woman. I'm not out here to just spend your money, take me on holidays and you pay. To be honest, I'd feel uncomfortable after a while. I'd be like, babe, let me at least give something
Can
back.
I ask you a question before I move on to the next guest, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So how did you get with your ex-husband? Or
Man, I grew up in the church.
so it was through like the church and it was kind of like an arranged, like, oh, this.
No,
Did
I
you pick
thought it
him?
was love.
Did you pick him?
Yeah.
What was the parameters that made you choose that guy? What was it that attracted you to that guy?
Looking back, I don't know.
I got
But-
a good idea though.
But honestly, that guy did not have money. We were young at the time.
Yeah, obviously
like,
you're young.
So it wasn't, you need to have 6 figures. Like,
No,
it
no,
wasn't
no,
even
no.
like that.
What
It
did he
was-
look like? You see?
Wait.
What did he look like? What did he look like?
He was a black man, isn't it?
Tall, handsome,
5'11",
5'11", handsome.
what I thought was handsome at the time.
Oh, okay. Oh well, you know,
Not my
that's cool.
type now.
What's your type now?
The same type, but not him, basically.
Yeah.
As in, I still want dark
That's how you
skin.
know you're
Gang.
done.
Dark skin. I'm not.
Sorry if you're
I'm not.
watching
You
this,
need to
bro.
be 6'3". Like, no, just don't worry
No, but
about him.
preferably over 6 foot, right?
No, I'm like I saw someone who was 5'9", and I had no problem. To be
How
honest,
tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
Oh, okay.
And I'll be honest with you, I kind of like hugging a guy that's a bit shorter because your torso is not at my head. Do you know what I mean? So
That's
for
good
me,
then.
I don't need the most tall guy, but I do desire to be treated like a princess to a degree. I don't want struggle love. Do you get what I'm saying? I do like the idea of it, but know that what you're going to get back is a woman that wants to please
Can I
you,
ask you something?
wants to make sure you're looked after,
Can I ask you something?
but I like to be a bad
Do
bee.
you want to be a princess or do you want to be treated equally?
I guess we would need to figure out what the difference is between the two. Does being treated equally mean I'm not a princess?
You tell me.
It's an interesting question. I don't
That's
know
a
how
very
to
good
answer
question,
that.
actually.
It-
Because if he's treating you like a princess and you're just there, you don't have no responsibility, bro. Like
see,
you
no,
don't.
straight away you
Hold
think
on, hold-
princess means she's doing nothing.
It is because when you talk about princess, what's the connotations that come along with that? Princess just sitting in the tower, not doing nothing, bruv. Doing
What, the
online shopping.
princess is supporting the king.
Let me explain it to you, bruv. When you say princess, yeah, it makes that connotation of you're sitting in the tower, just painting your fingernails, playing in your hair. Yeah, the guy comes, he patterns everything. Where you live, where you sleep, where you eat, everything. You don't have to worry about nothing. But the thing about that is, without that responsibility, you don't have no power. Do you get what I'm saying? So what he's saying is, would you rather be the princess or be equal with the guy? So now you have a say.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if me and you was together and I pay for everything and you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about nothing, I'm in charge, bro. What I say goes.
and I hear
You're
that.
living a good
Pedestal.
life.
You hear
You can be living a great life. Oh, ain't got no worries. All of that, bro. You're singing, bro.
No, I hear that. If
but
yeah.
I'm in charge, bro. If I say, you're like, oh, shall I go to this party? I'm like, nah, I don't think you should go. Then you're not going, bro.
Do
get
you
what I'm
know
saying?
what? I think there should
So
just
which
be.
one would you pick?
I think this is a hard
Which
question
one
to
would you
answer.
pick?
Let me get there now. I think this is a hard question to answer because I feel like in general in life there should be dynamic range. I think there should be times when my guy treats me like a princess. Let's just say you book me a holiday for my birthday, but then when we come home and something's happened.
Listen,
Do you know? No, but hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Hold on, let me just say one
No, but
thing.
you've
I
not
know,
let me finish
I know
now.
I'm interrupting you, but you didn't say that at the beginning. You said, I think I should be treated like a princess. You didn't
No,
say
I
there needs to be any
desire.
dynamics.
No, okay. No, I'm changing it based on the question
you're
that I've been
changing it.
asked. But
Cool.
no, I've always said I'm quite traditional. I will please a man wherever I can. I like the idea of my man coming back and he's happy to come back. I don't like the idea of my man being like, oh, gotta go back to her. Do you know what I mean? I want to make you happy.
So you
innit?
like,
know
so,
that
okay,
I'm in
you're
this.
traditional, so you don't mind the man being the authority over you.
No, I don't want like I was a youth pastor in it back in the day. So I've tasted a bit of leadership. I'm also a teacher, so I've tasted leadership and it's not easy. I don't envy people in leadership positions because you know what? The buck stops with you. If the ship sinks, it's on your head. Captain, you need to go down with that ship. So for me, I'm happy to support. I'm actually happy to support. But I feel like there could be range. There could be times when you treat me like a princess and there's times when it's like, babe, something has happened. We need to sit down and we need to discuss this. What do you think? What's your opinions? What direction do you think we should go? And then even me as a woman, I can sit and be like, you know what, babe, you could take the lead on this. I'm quite happy because I don't know. It might be something he's stronger in, like finance, for
Bro,
example.
if I'm paying for everything, I'm taking the lead regardless, bro.
That's your mindset, but there are
That's
men
a lot,
that,
guys.
but there are men,
That's why you gotta
there
go
are men that are
50-50.
willing to pay 100% and still treat their women as equal. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
your personal opinion, and that's fair.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
No, he said that if I'm paying 100%, know that.
No, I heard that part. The part.
I'm saying that
after.
there are some men out there that maybe you guys don't know,
No.
but there are some men out there that will do 100% of the payments and everything,
Yeah.
and they still treat their women as equal.
And what do you call them men?
Men? What do you mean?
Simps.
No, not at all.
That's not a sim. That's not a sim. That's not a sim.
Wait, are you
That's
single?
not a
Are
sim.
you
That doesn't
single?
make them a
Are you
sim.
single?
All my
Are you
life.
single?
One voice. Like, hold on. Everyone calm down. I know. That was good, though. That was good. But listen, one voice, yeah? So, I'm to be honest with you, I'm on his side. Because as I said, if I am in control of everything, our lives depend on me. Do you get what I'm
Are
saying?
you carrying your child as well? Just out of curiosity.
But that's only when they're carrying the child.
Bro, that
See,
wasn't
when
even...
someone is carrying their child, that's when they've got 100% payment of everything, and you can't say shit.
You know
I've
what?
carried your.
Let me
even
ask you
if
a
you're
question.
even if
Understand?
the woman, hold on, even if the woman is carrying the child, the responsibility hasn't changed because the woman's carrying the child.
No, but the mum's got all the responsibility. She's inside with the youth.
Yeah,
Where's
but
the dad?
Who's paying for the inside?
Yes, the
Yes,
dad.
but what's
but that's
happened-
what
but
I'm saying.
this is
that's
again-
the only
So
time
that
when
would
it can
you not
be
say that that's still
Agree,
50-50?
One.
Would you not say that like okay, so people sit there, in this modern day and age, women go out to work as well
Yeah.
in relationships as it should be, right? And then but then it should also be 50-50 at home as well. If it's 50-50 outside of the home, as in we're both earning money, we're both putting in, we're both working 5-6 days a week. All right, it doesn't matter who's earning more. We're both putting in that amount of
Why
time.
doesn't
we're
it
putting
matter who's
Hold
earning?
on.
Wait,
Let her
let
finish.
me land. It doesn't matter. We're both putting in 9 to 5s, all right? And then we're both coming home. Work there should get split at 50-50 as well. If I do the laundry this week, you
Bruv,
do the
that's
cooking
your-
this week.
yeah, but
that
listen.
should be the way. Because if not, if a woman's going out working the same amount of days as you,
Well, we
and you're
understand.
working,
We understand
and she-
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you work and he works. We understand. You said it like 5 different ways. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's your choice. If you are the type of woman that, boom, okay, I want 50-50. Like this young lady said, 50-50. Cool. That's the life you chose. Then of course, boom, you're 50-50, bro. So obviously you got 50% of the responsibility. But we're not talking about that. We were talking about I'm a
Princess.
princess, bro.
Thank you.
That's not fit.
But that doesn't make
princess sound
that
like
doesn't make that
50-50
girl that
to you?
your
Yo-
property though.
Yo, King Rich.
Nobody said.
Yo,
Can I pick your
No,
yo,
brain?
listen, do you know what's funny about these conversations? Yeah, like we'll be talking and making like straight facts and sticking to a straight topic, and then what I notice with a lot of women is that they will add in extras. Add in extras that came out of nowhere. Like you actually said that. Like nobody added those extras except you. Do you get what I'm saying? Everything I've said has been very straightforward. And in my opinion, this is where a lot of the problems between men and women come from. That, you know, a lot of men find it hard to express what we're saying to women because women will just like bring in extra intangibles out of nowhere.
Yo, King Rich.
You need to stay on topic.